everyday something which is other than your school book. Maybe it's a spiritual book, whether it's a knowledge book, general knowledge book, or you've come across a nice article to read, read. Even if it's one page of reading, get into a habit of reading.
Hi, I enjoy reading. My favorite books are The Hunger Games, The Song of Achilles, and November 9 by Colleen Hoover. I also enjoy writing poems. I'm passionate about drawing and crafts. I also like maintaining plants and gardening.
My hobbies is to read scientific books and playing the piano. After playing the piano, I feel a very solace and peaceful environment. Learning the calendar is my talent.
My hobbies are playing, cooking, dancing, gardening, painting, and etc. I am very passionate about music. It is a way for me to express myself when words fall short.
हॉबीज ड्राइंग, क्राफ्टिंग एंड रीडिंग स्टोरीज बुक्स हैं। ये मेरे कुछ क्राफ्ट्स एंड ड्राइंग्स हैं।
Some of my hobbies are I love to do craft work. I used to make big explosion box cards, and I also love to read inspirational books like Once Upon an IAS Exam by Dr. K. Vijay Karthikeyan and 12 Fail by Anurag Pathak.
Some of my hobbies are listening to music. I love to sing, so I learn Carnatic music. I also spend time in dancing and drawing. I read a wide variety of books, and two of my favorite books are Sudha Murthy's The Magic of the Lost Temple and Sherlock Holmes by Arthur Conan Doyle.
Greetings. My favorite book is The Story of My Life by Helen Keller. Helen Keller is a very famous political activist and writer. This book talks about how Helen Keller faced obstacles after being blind and deaf due to a serious illness. This book puts a lot of light upon how our flaws do not degrade us but make us flourish even more. That's why this is my favorite book. Thank you.
My favorite book is The Discovery of India. It is written by our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. This book provides a wide view of Indian history, culture and philosophy. This book is written by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru to encourage her daughter Indira Gandhi to learn about the Indian history, culture and diversity.
A story a day keeps it troubling. That's why I read something daily. My favorite storybook which I love to read is Sudha Murthy's Grandparents' Bag of Stories. This book have lots of stories which our grandparents tell us daily. And I love this book a lot.
मुझे पंचतंत्र जैसी बुक बहुत पसंद है जो कि विष्णुदास जी के द्वारा लिखी गई है। इसमें कविता, कहानियाँ जैसी बहुत सी कहानियाँ हैं।
Greetings. My favorite book is Once Upon an IAS Exam by Dr. K. Vijay Karthikeyan. This book encourages us if we are not getting success one time, we should not lose hope. We should try again and again. Then surely we will get the success. This book also motivates us not to copy anyone's path. We should make our own path because no one knows us better than us. Along with studies, we should also do our hobbies to make our mind fresh. And when we are doing studies, we should give 100% in. Thank you.
My favorite book is The Magic of the Lost Temple by Sudha Murthy. This book explains the story of Nooni, a 12-year-old cowboy girl who discovered an ancient temple with temples deep inside the forest. The story teaches us that we should be curious and enthusiastic in discovering new things and knowing more. It also teaches us that life is not all about exams and competitions. Spending time with the nature is also equally important.
Very nice. Very
जय
nice.
धारी माँ मामी
जय धारी माँ भी आपको
जय
सबको जय धारी माँ.
जी हमारी
Very nice.
ऑडियंस का स्वागत है. आइए जुड़िए. महीने के बाद हमारी बुक रीडिंग हो रही है. सफर जारी है. 98 सेशंस पूरे हो रहे हैं आज. बढ़ रहे हैं 100 की तरफ. चिल्ड्रन, दिस ऑल्सो मेक्स यू रियलाइज दैट इट्स स्टेप बाय स्टेप.
So congratulations and welcome to the show. Avni, Devik, Palvi, Kanak, Vaishnavi, and Saina. Thank you so much for coming together again.
जी
सबको नमस्ते. नमस्ते.
जी
सबको नमस्ते. नमस्ते मतलब क्या होता है?
नमस्ते मैम.
नमस्ते का मतलब क्या होता है? When we say namaste, what does it mean? Avni, do you know what is the meaning of namaste?
Ma'am, greeting.
Indian greeting.
Indian greeting. Devik, what's the meaning of namaste? Yes, it's an Indian greeting.
To greet someone in a respectful way.
I can't hear you properly. Pavni, नमस्ते का मीनिंग क्या है? इंडियन ग्रीटिंग है, लेकिन इसका नमस्ते का मतलब क्या है? पवनी?
Ma'am, I'm not sure.
ओके. कनक, आप बता सकते हो इसका? जब मैं आपको बोलूं नमस्ते या आपको कोई बोले नमस्ते तो इसका मीनिंग क्या है? नहीं मालूम. वैष्णवी, आपको मालूम है?
I'm not sure, ma'am.
अच्छा, जानना चाहते हो?
Yes,
You want to
ma'am.
know what is the meaning of namaste?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
नमस्ते क्यों बोलते हैं? नमस्ते एक तो हेलो तो है, हाउ आर यू ग्रीटिंग तो है. जब हम कहते हैं नमस्ते और साथ में हम लोग हेड भी झुकाते हैं और माँ बाप को नमस्ते करते हैं, अपने टीचर्स को नमस्ते करते हैं. दूसरी तरह का इंग्लिश में गुड मॉर्निंग भी बोलते हैं, हैप्पी मॉर्निंग भी बोलते हैं, हैप्पी थॉट्स भी बोलते हैं कई लोग. लेकिन नमस्ते का मीनिंग है, इट इज नमस्ते टू द डिविनिटी विद इन यू. Because in Indian culture we recognize कि there is God within you. आपके अंदर डिविनिटी है, दैविक शक्ति है. आपके अंदर वही देवता और ईश्वर की राज है जो हम मेरे में है. सो मैं जब आपको नमस्ते बोलती हूँ, आप बच्चे हो या बड़े, तो आई एम एक्चुअली bowing to the divinity within you. Means the divinity which resides within you. That so I recognize that we are all united in spirit. And there is one spirit which is pervading in all of us, one Lord, one divinity, one power which resides in all. And actually मैं नमस्ते बोलती हूँ to the divinity before you. That's why I say namaste. ये नहीं नमस्ते, we say namaste. Don't we say हम है? So नमस्ते करोगे? Go ahead, do नमस्ते. बोलो नमस्ते. बोलो नमस्ते. बोलो दिल से बोलो नमस्ते.
नमस्ते.
आपको समझ आई नमस्ते का मीनिंग?
Yes, ma'am.
जब हम लोग जैसे साइना हमेशा बोलती है जय धारी माँ, which is actually looking at divinity within you. She calls it जय धारी माँ. कोई कहेगा वाहे गुरु, कोई कहेगा लॉर्ड विद इन यू, कोई कहेगा राम राम. लेकिन नमस्ते का मीनिंग ये है, नमस्ते का that I recognize, which means मैं तुम्हें उतना ही पवित्र अच्छा समझती हूँ, वैल्यूबल समझती हूँ जितना मैं अपने आप को वैल्यू करती हूँ. Am I right, Saina?
Mummy, that's how even Sat Sat starts. It says the light within me honors the light within you.
That's right. See, that's her program called Sat Sat with Saina. She does that very good program and she calls some very interesting educative celebrities or team members. Sat Sat with Saina basically means हमारे साथ में जो काम करते हैं और वो तो पीछे रहते हैं, तो क्यों नहीं उनके साथ 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 करें. So she then talks to them, and so basically she is the light within you.
The light within me. The light within me honors the light within you.
So have you all understood the meaning of Namaste today? Yes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry. Now what you will do is, you will now tell your sisters and brothers and your parents कि मामा, डैडी, मैं आपको नमस्ते बोल रही हूँ, आपको पता है नमस्ते का मीनिंग क्या है? आप पूछना आ जाके. Okay?
Okay,
Will you
ma'am.
do that?
Okay,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Then they'll say, oh God, the book reading really has taught you something nice. Then you go and do it with your class friends. तो क्लास फ्रेंड्स में भी जाके पूछना, अब तो स्कूल खुल गए हैं कोविड के बाद, you're back to your normal classrooms, so you can ask your friends also, and let us find out how many children know, right? So then they'll say, अच्छा तुम्हें कैसे पता चला? बोलो हमने बुक रीडिंग से सुना. Then they'll also, अच्छा हमको भी बुक रीडिंग करनी है. Then you tell them how to do the book reading, how to enroll online to book reading. राइट. आई हर्ड यू कि किसी के मम्मी ने बोला, किसी ने डैडी ने बोला, किसी के ब्रदर ने बोला कि एनरोल योर. आई हर्ड यू. आई हर्ड. मैंने बहुत सुना, आपका सारा सुना है. अवनी को क्या अच्छा लगता है, देविक को क्या अच्छा लगता है, ईशा को क्या अच्छा लगता है, कनक क्या बुक पढ़ती है, अपवनी एंड वैष्णवी. आई हर्ड यू एंड आई एम सो हैप्पी दैट यू आर रीडिंग गुड बुक्स. अच्छा, जब बुक पढ़ते हो, जब बुक और म्यूजिक में भी आई एम वेरी हैप्पी टू सी, लेकिन किसी ने स्पोर्ट्स नहीं बोला. आपका में चारों पांचों में से आपने कोई स्पोर्ट्स नहीं बोला. यू एड स्पोर्ट्स टू योर लाइफ. You're all painting, you're drawing, you're reading, you're writing. See, but you have not added any sport to your family. So as a child, would you like to add a sport? In the school तो सारी sports होती है. So Avni, you would must all of you play sports in your school. Find the time. उसमें स्पोर्ट्स का मतलब ये नहीं कि मुझे जीतना है, मुझे मेडल लेना है. आई वॉन्ट टू प्ले. इट्स प्लेइंग. इट्स लाइक रीडिंग. इट्स लाइक राइटिंग. You're not writing to compete. You're playing to play. You're writing to write. You're singing to sing. You're learning music to learn. So you learn, you sing, you play, you write, and you share. Have I made any sense? Avni, which sport will you join in
Yes, ma'am.
school?
Ma'am, in school, I've always been playing volleyball and I'd like to continue doing that. I also enjoy playing cricket and hockey a little because my friends are in that field, so I'd also like to know more about that sport.
Play any game every day. When there's a games period, you play. You run, you jog, you play volleyball, but play. Okay? Devik, what game will you play hereafter? You'll not miss your class when it comes to play. You will not sit on the spectator and clap, clap. You will play. Which one will you play?
Ma'am, I will play football and table tennis.
Okay, good. So that means, so when you play football, you have your shoes on, you got a racket and a ball there.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. What about you, Pavni?
Ma'am, I'll play badminton and football.
खेलना रोज फिर. फुटबॉल भी बहुत अच्छा है,
Okay, ma'am.
बैडमिंटन भी बहुत है. खेलना जरूर. जब आपका पीरियड मिले एक्स्ट्रा
Yes, ma'am.
करिकुलर में, स्पोर्ट्स स्कूलों में यही तो फायदा है स्कूल जाने का. यू गेट द प्ले ग्राउंड. एवरी स्कूल हैज अ
Yes,
प्ले
ma'am.
ग्राउंड. कनक, तुम क्या खेलोगे? कौन सी बुक
Ma'am,
खेलोगे? कौन सी, खो खो? कौन सी गेम?
Yes,
कनक, बेटा क्या खेलोगे स्कूल में?
ma'am, Coco
खो खो.
and
शाबाश, खो
badminton.
खो खेलो. ओके, खो खो खेलो. लेकिन वहां को खेल होती है, खो खो रोज खेलते हो? स्कूल में टीम
Yes,
गेम और कोई होती है? मध्य
yes,
प्रदेश के
ma'am.
स्कूल कौन सी गेम?
मैम, मैम बहुत सारी गेम्स होती हैं.
आपने खो खो के बदले कुछ और गेम भी खेलनी है.
नो मैम.
खेलो आगे से.
यस मैम.
हाँ, जाके स्कूल में जो गेम अच्छी लगती है, खो खो के साथ एक और गेम जोड़ो. वैष्णवी, तुम?
Ma'am, I'll play badminton.
हाँ. सो चारों जने आज एक और चीज सीख के जाओगे यहाँ से, कि हम लोग जो भी करते हैं, हम लोग एक गेम खेलेंगे. अब वो जो गेम क्यों खेलेंगे? क्योंकि ये जब आप गेम खेलते हो, ये भी योगा है. इट्स अ योगा ऑफ द एंटायर बॉडी. Yoga is you are just sitting and doing the asanas. In game, you're playing and playing yoga. You're playful yoga. Because you put your heart and mind, yoga is like a playful yoga. It's playing. It's playing with heart, mind, and soul, and with friends. In yoga, you're doing yourself. हम अपने में बैठते हैं. लेकिन जब हम स्पोर्ट्स खेलते हैं, तो it is active yoga. You are actually laughing, playing, falling, getting up, and hitting. Many things are nice happening, and energy. So it's a yoga of the mind and body, soul. You understand that? Okay, good. Now, girls, I've seen your what you're reading and your what name your school, Avni.
My school's name is the Heritage School.
Heritage School. Devik, what's your name in Gondia?
Ma'am, my school name is Star International School.
Very good. And Pavni, तुम्हारे स्कूल का नाम?
Ma'am, Cambridge Convent Senior Secondary School.
Very good. And कनक आपका?
मैम इंटरनेशनल पब्लिक स्कूल।
कौन सी जगह? मध्य प्रदेश में?
अच्छा।
एंड कोची में वैष्णवी तुम्हारा कौन सा स्कूल है?
Martoma Public School.
ओके साइना तुम्हारा कौन सा स्कूल है?
My
तुम्हारा
school
स्कूल
and my life is Mars feet. My school, my life, my home is Mars feet.
Your school is your temple. It
Yes.
looks like. Yeah,
Yes.
good. All right, children. I've heard you all. I've got your school name. You got your. Now tell me your unsung heroes, which you I know you prepared. So Abni, your turn. And I also want to know the name and the lesson you've learned from this life. Tell us.
We've, Bacha, 1 minute. We've got a little clip made where they've
Okay.
made a little. We've got a little picture of their unsung hero. Let's see that. It's a minute,
Okay.
and then we come back.
Okay. All right. Very nice. Thank you for this clip. Okay, Avni. Now, what is your hero and what is the lesson? How do you feel when you read the story?
So my unsung hero's name is Awadh Bihari. I'd start with a little introduction about who he was. Awadh Bihari was born in 1889 in Delhi, and his father, Shri Govind Lal, was a teacher. Awadh Bihari had actively participated in many nationalist activities against the British rule. Awadh Bihari was also a part of the Revolutionary Party, and he controlled the revolutionary movements in Uttar Pradesh and Punjab. He was also associated with the bombing of on the Viceroy of India, Lord Hardinge, and then he was sentenced to prison due to the controversy of killing Lord Hardinge. Then he was sentenced to death, and he died on May 11th, 1915. The message that I received from his story was how patriotic and how flag waving his inspiration and his love for his country was, how brave he was to give up his life for his country, and how brave he was to take such harsh actions just because of his country.
So, what is your अब ये जो पढ़ा आपने ये impact कैसे किया आपको? What is the memory which is leaving behind in you as you grow up? You're only 13 years old.
Ma'am, whenever I remember this story, whenever I remember about Awadh Bihari, I'd always have this patriotic feeling rise up in me, where I'd be able to take any actions for the love of my country. I'd be proudly raising the flag of India, and I'd proudly say that I'm an Indian.
Well done. Thank you. Okay, Devik. Now, I want you to, all five of you, listen to each other. You must be carefully listening to each other. And I will ask you, what is your takeaway from each other? Not from me, from each other. Because you're all very, you're contributing. So इसलिए मैं चाहती हूँ इन द एंड आपसे पूछूंगी आप एक दूसरे से क्या ले जा रहे हो ओके आर यू रेडी सो विल यू लिसन टू इट केयरफुली विल यू ऑल लिसन केयरफुली so listen carefully, keep your notes. So in the end, I'll ask you, what did Avni say or what did Devik say? आपको क्या याद है? इसने ये कहा मुझे ये बहुत अच्छा लगा. So remember in the end, I'll ask you. So be alert and listen to each other. Okay, Devik, your turn.
Ma'am, my unsung hero is Krishnaji Gopal Karve. He was a famous freedom fighter and revolutionary. He was born on 1877 in Nashik. He has done his BA and had taken admission in LLB in Mumbai University. At the age of 23, he was sentenced to death because of the murder of the collector of Nashik, Lord Jackson.
इतनी छोटी उम्र में ही वो सेंटेंस टू डेथ.
Yes, ma'am.
सो आप रियलाइज कर रहे हो कि कितनी छोटी उम्र में कितने लोगों ने हमारे लिए अपनी जान दी.
Yes, ma'am.
हमको इंडिपेंडेंस कैसे मिली? इतनी छोटी उम्र में भी दे जस्ट लेट डाउन देयर लाइव्स फॉर द लव ऑफ देयर कंट्री.
Yes, ma'am.
अभी कोई ऐसा सोचता है? नहीं सोचता, सोच नहीं पाता, बल्कि वो सोचता है मेरे लिए देश ने क्या किया, मैं क्यों करूं, मेरे लिए क्या किया, है ना दलित? So what is your
No,
learning from
ma'am.
this? What is the story? What is the learning you got?
Ma'am, I learned from his story that we should have to always serve our country in difficult situations. Maybe it's bad for us or maybe it's good for us.
I'm going to ask you in the end. You say, I love my country or I want to love my country. What does love for country mean to you? आपका मतलब क्या है इसका?
Ma'am, the love
What
for
is
country, the
what does it mean?
patriotism.
Yeah, what does
Ma'am,
it
the
mean?
patriot, ma'am, the patriotism means to express our feelings or gratitude towards our nation.
Yeah, how do you express gratitude?
And we can express gratitude by many awareness programs, by remembering our freedom fighters, by singing our national anthems, and many more.
These are some of the steps. Singing your national
Yes,
anthem is an expression of gratitude and patriotism. Remembering the
yes,
unsung heroes is also a measure of gratitude. And remembering your past and always being grateful, gratitude, isn't it? So, what does
yes, ma'am.
patriotism mean to you? Okay, Pavni, what about you?
Ma'am, my unsung hero is Ashfaqullah Khan. Ashfaqullah Khan was a luminary revolutionary figure of India. He, along with his friend Ram Prasad Bismil, inspired the Indian youth to serve their country. Ashfaqullah Khan was born on 22 October 1900 at Uttar Pradesh in Shahjahanpur. He was immensely inspired by the ideas of Mahatma Gandhi ji. Like lakhs of Indians, he also wanted to do something for his country. But the sudden suspension of non-cooperation movement filled him with a great hurt. So at that moment he decided to move upward from the ideas of non-violence and peaceful methods. To purge his country from the curse of cruel Britisher rules, he decided to join Ram Prasad Bismil and became a member of HRA, Hindustan Republican Association. After a meeting by the members of Hindustan Republican Associations, they decided to loot the 8 countdown train at Kakuri near Lucknow to get the money for the revolution. But we can't say it as loot because the money that British was importing was the money of Indians only. Hence, the Kakuri Khan was renamed as Kakuri Conspiracy. But unfortunately, Ashfaqullah Khan was executed on 19 December 1927 at the age of 27. He inspired me because when he was asked for his last wish, he said, I'll be grateful if I found God and asked him to give me a rebirth so that I can accomplish my task and make my country independent.
Wow. And again, at such a young age of 27, he was executed.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Kanak, आपको क्या बताना है?
मैम, माय अनसंग हीरो इज टांट्या भील। टांट्या भील का जन्म खंडवा जिले में बग्राम बड़दा में 1842 में हुआ था। उनका असली नाम टंडरा भील था। उन्होंने 1857 में स्वतंत्रता संग्राम के बाद अंग्रेजों के द्वारा किए गए दमन के बाद अपने जीवन में तरीके को अपनाया। उन हर वर्ष 4 दिसंबर को उनका बलिदान दिवस के मौके पर मनाया जाता है।
आपने क्या सीखा? आपने क्या इम्पैक्ट किया, महसूस क्या किया?
मैम, अन्याय के खिलाफ आवाज
अन्याय,
उठाना।
बेसिकली अगर जब आप अन्याय के खिलाफ आवाज उठाते हो तो आप देखते भी हो कि अन्याय है क्या, अन्याय क्या होता है।
मैम, लड़ना चाहिए सबको।
मैं समझती हूँ लड़ना, लेकिन अन्याय क्या है? सो आपको अन्याय और न्याय में अंतर समझना, इस उम्र में पहचानना, झूठ और सच, राइट एंड रॉन्ग, जस्ट और अनजस्ट, ये एज अ सिटीजन आपको ये थोड़ी सेंसिटिविटी, अलर्ट, न्यूज़पेपर्स पढ़ते हो, न्यूज़ सुनते हो?
यस मैम।
सो अगर आप बच्चे अलर्ट रहोगे, कम से कम देखोगे, क्योंकि अन्याय और अभी समझना जरूरी है, ये राइट एंड रॉन्ग। द मोमेंट यू गेट अ सेंस ऑफ राइट एंड रॉन्ग एज चिल्ड्रन, you'll become better people, because you'll become conscious कि मैं राइट कर रही हूँ कि मैं रॉन्ग कर रही हूँ। आपका किसी का एक क्वेश्चन भी है, what is the difference between right and wrong? One of you has asked this question. Pavni has asked this question. Pavni has asked this question. What's one change I should make right now to, no, it was right and wrong में क्या था? There was a question here. The first question is by Avni herself. How do you maintain your sense of right and wrong in the middle of adverse situations? ये तो अब बड़े होके की बात है, लेकिन राइट एंड रॉन्ग है क्या? झूठ बोलना राइट है? नो। किसी की मदद करना ठीक है? यस। अपने घर में दूसरों के काम आना ठीक है? घर में सेल्फिश लाइफ जीना रॉन्ग है। सो दीज आर बेसिक राइट एंड रॉन्ग्स एज चिल्ड्रन यू लर्न टू अंडरस्टैंड. Doing your homework on your own in advanced learning is right है? Yes. Being behind the class is wrong. Being lazy is wrong. So I think these are the rights and wrongs. If you start learning now, you'll make better as you grow up. इसीलिए ये ग्रुप जो आपका है सिर्फ 13 to 16 है, ये 13 to 18 क्यों नहीं है, 12 to 16 क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि 13 हमने रियलाइज किया बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग एज है, जहां आप willing to listen हो, you're willing to listen, you're willing to learn, you're the cusp of your teen and you are willing to learn. तो अगर आप ये बुक रीडिंग जो आज कर रहे हो, you're willing to learn, you're willing to listen. जैसे आपने समझ लिया नमस्ते का मीनिंग क्या है, ऐसे ही आपने ये अवनी का क्वेश्चन आता है, राइट एंड रॉन्ग क्या है. सो दिस इज द मेन थिंग. You understand, children? Kanak? Yes? Kanak, yes? Yes or no? Yes बोल रहे हो कि no बोल रहे हो? हाँ बोल रहे हो, जा. बोलते नहीं हो?
यस मैम।
बोलो. हाँ बोलो, बोलो. Yes or no? Yes or no? बोलो.
यस
Yes.
मैम।
बोलो, जो मन में है ये बात बोलो. बोलो yes.
यस मैम।
बोलो no. बोलो no.
नो।
हाँ, अपनी आवाज सुनी, पहचान अपनी
No.
आवाज सुनी. यस, अपनी आवाज को सुनो. यस. यस.
यस।
गुड. ओके
यस
वैष्णवी,
मैम।
आपका आपका अनसंग हीरो.
Yes, ma'am. My unsung hero is A.V. Kuttimalu Amma. She was born on 23rd April 1905 in the Thrissur district of Kerala. She grew up listening to the stories of great leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Sarojini Naidu. In 1931, she organized a picketing in the Thrissur town, Thrissur district of Kerala. And in 1932, she was imprisoned by the British authorities along with her 2-month-old baby for participating in the civil disobedience movement. And she was imprisoned again in 1942 for participating in the Quit India movement by the British authorities in the Amaravati jail. and she was released 2 years after in 1944. After that, she participated again in the Delhi Chalo strike, which compelled the British authorities to imprison the Satyagrahis again. She continued to serve the country post independence till she passed away in 1985. She also used to do social work. She worked for the orphans and destitutes and even set up a juvenile home for the young delinquents. Thank you.
You will see another thing which is involved in all the people you're recognizing is social work. Many of the people you remember, they were dedicated to social work. Are you associated with any social work? Five of you? Avni, आप किस चीज से associated हो?
Ma'am, I'm a green ambassador of PepsiCo. I've been being eco-friendly. I've been planting plants around in my garden. I've been making eco bricks and I've been making DIY recyclable plastic material. So I think that's how I'm doing the social work.
देविक आप कैसे सोशल वर्क में एसोसिएटेड हो? कौन से सोशल वर्क में? That means giving other than your school, whether in school or at home or in your neighborhood.
Then in my birthday, I distribute some books among the orphan students.
So you distribute books among.
Orphan students.
Okay. पब्लिक आप कैसे कोई सोशल गिविंग करते हो?
Yeah, ma'am, I also used to give needy persons the books and the clothes or any needy thing that they want.
कनेक्ट तुम कोई गिविंग करते हो, कोई सोशल वर्क करते हो?
Yes, ma'am.
क्या?
Ma'am, books.
बुक्स का क्या करते हो?
Ma'am, books की थी.
वैष्णवी, तुम क्या करते हो?
Yes, ma'am, I donate things in during special occasions to the people who are not well and the poor people. Yes.
Avni, you wanted to say something?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to add that during the lockdown, during COVID-19, where primary children did not receive education, through online sources, I was teaching them Hindi. I was taking classes regularly and teaching them Hindi as well as English.
मैं आप पांचों बच्चों को ये कहूंगी कि कोई ना कोई कॉज सोचो, मुझे ये अच्छा लगता है, और जो कॉज आपको अच्छा लगता है उसमें आप थोड़ा थोड़ा योगदान दो एज अ हैबिट. इफ यू ग्रो अप विद सम कॉज, you will grow up to be a very big giver, and that will give you a lot of happiness. आप मुझे कई बार क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं बच्चे कि हाउ कैन वी बी हैप्पी? One of the surest way to be happy is to be a giver. अभी आप मेरे से पूछोगे मैम आप क्या गिव करते हो? आप मेरे से पूछो मैम आप क्या गिव करते हो? आस्क मी अ क्वेश्चन. ऑल ऑफ यू आस्क मैम व्हाट डू यू गिव? आस्क मी. ऑल ऑफ यू से स्पीक. Speak.
Ma'am, what you give?
What do you give?
Yeah. Okay.
Ma'am,
David
what
will
you
also
give?
ask. What do you think I give? Now you tell me, what do you think I give? One which I can't buy from the market. Something which you can't buy from the market. What do I give? Yeah, Avni.
Ma'am,
What do you think I give?
respect,
Okay,
love,
respect,
inspiration.
love, inspiration. Perfect. Pavni, what do you think I'm giving?
Ma'am, today also you have given us knowledge by telling what is the real purpose of doing namaste. Ma'am, and also we are getting inspired by you.
Kanak, what do you think I'm giving?
Ma'am,
आप सोचो आपको आपको क्या मिला? मैंने क्या दिया आपको?
ma'am, educations.
Okay, Vaishnavi.
Ma'am, inspiration and also confidence.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm giving you. सुनना चाहते हो? I'm giving you my time. I'm giving you my very precious time, which I can't buy from the market. This was my evening walk time. This is the time when I go for a walk. Instead, I'd cancel my walk and I'm with you to give you my time, which is more precious. Now, between the two, my personal walk and my book reading with you is a choice. I'm giving you my time. Now, when you give time to somebody, is most precious. That means you value that more. जब आप घर में या किसी की अच्छी बात भी सुनते हो, उसकी हेल्प करते हो, यू आर गिविंग योर टाइम. बुक्स देते हो या कोई एक्टिविटी करते हो, यू आर गिविंग योर टाइम. यू आर गिविंग समथिंग विच इज डियर टू यू एंड यू गिविंग. So when you learn to give at this age, you grow up to be a happy human being, not selfish. Selfish people are never happy. Unselfish people will be always happy by and large. It only is by their own, what are they giving? Have you understood? We've lost Devik. Devik has gone. Saina, we've lost Devik. He's not on the net. Okay, we'll quickly go over our questions and then ask what you have to say. Avni asked me this question. Ask, Avni, your question.
Ma'am, before asking my question, I just have to say that you are a very big inspiration to me. I've been idolizing you since always, and I really, really appreciate your work. So, my question to you was that, ma'am, how do you maintain the sense of right and wrong during adverse situations?
First of all, you have to analyze what is an adverse situation for you. It will
An adverse,
vary. Carry on.
an adverse situation for me is a hectic day where I've come from school and I'm having a headache, but I need to study and complete my homework. Or my examinations are near and I've not prepared anything. Adverse situations for me is that I'm in a conflict with my teachers or my friends and I'm unable to resolve them.
So, how do you, now that you become aware, what is disturbing you? That for you in adverse situation. What is
Uh,
not comfortable for you? Is it?
the thing that's not comfortable for me is that even after knowing what I really want, what my problems are, I'm unable to face them and I'm unable to find a solution for my problems.
So, what do you do when you don't find a solution?
I
What
try
should you
to
do?
post I try to postpone it. I try to avoid it for as long as it's possible, and when it hits me, I'm always going to someone, my parents, my teachers, or someone I idolize for help. And when they are not even able to provide me a good solution, I just give up.
Now, every situation will be different. Every situation will have a unique solution. But if you're, see, you've told me five, six scenarios, each one is different. Somewhere you can take teachers' guidance, somewhere you can take your parents' guidance, somewhere you alone can find your own solution. See how situationally it's different. But the common factor between the three, to my mind, would be become aware that I need a solution. And avoidance is not a solution. To postpone is not a solution. But sometimes waiting is a solution. It's not postponement. There's a difference between waiting, persevering, and postponing or avoiding. There's a difference. One is negative, the other is positive. So, अगर तुम स्कूल में बहुत मेहनत करके आए हो और थके हुए आए हो और हेडेक हो रही है, लेकिन आगे का कुछ नहीं हुआ, क्या परेशान होने से हेडेक बढ़ेगी कि कम होगी?
It'll increase.
Yes. That means, why don't you say, I'm very happy that I did a lot of good work? Why don't you say, I learned a lot today? Headache is when you've not liked what you've done. Headache is only, oh, मुझे headache दे रहे हो तुम, means you're not liking what you, क्या बोली जा रहे हो, इतना शोर है, that means you're not liking what, suppose you love enjoy music, loud music, you'll enjoy it, do not give you a headache. That means you're not liking what you're doing. What about liking what you're doing? So if you come from your school, isn't it liking what you're doing? Should you not like what you're doing? Because it studied you. It's made you better as student. So, in a way, ask yourself, am I disliking something which I can like and I can enjoy? Your own attitude will change. It's your own thinking which will change. You understand? So start thinking, can I look at it positively or can I look at negatively? Moment you start looking at positively, the mind will tell you where the solution is and what is the solution. Headache only comes when you're doing something compulsorily which you don't like. But going to school is liking, working
Yeah.
hard is liking.
Yeah.
So try start thinking on these lines.
Yes.
So I'm
Thank you, ma'am.
sure sometimes hard work doesn't like, but then you say, is there a choice? If I don't work hard, I'll again get a headache because that will now tell me मैंने hard work नहीं किया, मुझे करना चाहिए था. So you're going to get a headache anyway for not doing rightly or overdoing it. So when you overdo, enjoy and celebrate. Oh, I did so much. I achieved so much. And enjoy yourself. Dance a bit, listen to some good music, eat something nice, help somebody, sing, be a good friend. So it's like enjoying what you do. Like, for instance, am I not enjoying what I'm doing? Will it give me a headache? But supposing I say, oh, मैंने वो किया, miss ये किया, और मेरा 1 घंटा चल, I get a headache. But then why am I doing this? Enjoy what you do, what you need to do. Okay, Vaishnavi, what's your question? Vaishnavi, what's your
Yes,
question?
ma'am. Ma'am, I want to say that it's a very great honor to meet you, and you are a very great inspiration. And I want to thank the entire team of Demonstrative Learning for giving me this opportunity. Ma'am, nowadays the educational system is more focused on competition. So, how do we change the educational system so that the students are enjoying their studies rather than making it a competition?
Yes, you're right. We are I think our education system in India is very competitive. It wants to be on percentage of marks, which is a negative thing, which is not a good thing. And the world over education system is changing. They're taking competition away and they're bringing collaboration back. They're taking grading away. They're taking अब आपने देखा है now you're being graded as A, B, and C. Not earlier 99.9, but it is still this is changing. It will change over a period. But you can't change the education system. It has to be policy changes by the state governments and the government of India, the departments of education, because the schools are bound by the pattern which has been set by the school board. You understand? It teaches you only competition. It does not. That is why I want you to go play team games. When you play team games, you are building a team. You're still competing, but you're still together. You're not all alone. But in the question is, you become conscious कि मुझे competition सिखा रहे, collaboration नहीं सिखा रहे. Education is changing, but it's a very big deficiency in our system. It only teaches you how to beat the other, how not to work with the other, how to be better than the other rather than work as a team. That's why project writing in school is a team game. When you ask for projects, you are asked to become a class together and set up a project. So you have to understand, you have to learn yourself. The school system will not teach you collaboration. School teacher system is only teaching you competition, which is, and tomorrow's skill, do you know what is the new skill which the people are being recruited for? Collaboration. क्या वो टीम मेंबर है? क्या वो मिलके काम कर सकता है? क्योंकि वर्ल्ड officers are looking for teams. Officers not looking for individual. It's looking for teams, but individuals in the team. So you're right. Education does not teach you collaboration. Education only teaches you competition. You have to learn this soft skill on your own, by and large. But when the school puts you to collaboration, join in. ये मत देखो इसमें मेरा क्या है, इसमें देखो हमारा क्या है. Okay, you're right. But you know, in Singapore system is completely changing. Now they're not even taking exams. They've done away. It's now a school teacher assessing a particular child individually and helping them grow. We thought कि world में सारे like बने, competition नहीं. ये नहीं pass or fail, सारे pass. Now Singapore system is moving towards सभी pass. ये नहीं कुछ pass, कुछ fail. सभी first. सभी लायक. That's what the world is looking for. Everybody bright, everybody successful. Okay, connect you. Your question.
हमें जीवन के लक्ष्यों के प्रति मोटिवेट कहाँ से लेना चाहिए जो हमें रोज लक्ष्य की ओर बढ़ाने की उत्साहित करे?
कोई आध्यात्मिक किताब पढ़ो. जब कुछ आध्यात्मिक किताब पढ़ते हो आपको इंस्पिरेशन मिलती है. जैसे भगवत गीता है या रामायण है, ऐसा कोई ना कोई आध्यात्मिक चीज पढ़ो रोज, या कुछ अच्छा पॉजिटिव पढ़ो, वो आपको खुराक देगा, मानसिक और आत्मिक खुराक. जैसे प्रार्थना आत्मिक खुराक है, ऐसे कोई ना कोई ग्रंथ हमारा अच्छा वो आपको विचार देता है, और विचार एक खुराक है. विचार एक खुराक है. अच्छा विचार, जैसे आपको अच्छा लगा ना कि नमस्ते का मतलब क्या है, तो आपको खुशी मिली ना, खुशी मिली ना. हाँ, मुझे पता चल गया मैं ये नमस्ते क्यों बोलती हूँ. ये खुराक है. तो रोज अपने आप को खुद ढूंढो, मेरी खुराक कहाँ है, मुझे खुराक कहाँ से मिलती है. अच्छी स्टोरी से, जैसे आप बुक्स पढ़ रहे हो, ये खुराक है. अच्छा पढ़ना खुराक है, क्योंकि जब पढ़ते हो तो आप सोचते हो, और जब सोचते हो आपका व्यवहार बदल जाता है, आप खुश हो जाते हो. ये खुराक है. कोई गोली तो है नहीं, बी कॉम्प्लेक्स खा लो तो खुश हो गए, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. सोच से ही खुराक है. ओके बच्चों, नेक्स्ट पवनी, तुम्हारा क्वेश्चन क्या है?
First of all, ma'am, I am very glad and thankful that you are giving me this chance and opportunity to join a live session with you. So my question is, ma'am, what one change I should make right now help me get closer to my success?
मैं इतना कुछ बताया भी आपको. अब अपनी सोच पर ध्यान दो, मैं क्या सोच रही हूँ, क्या मैं मानसिक खुराक दे रही हूँ, और मेरी खुराक क्या है. मेरी खुराक मान लो गाना है, अच्छा म्यूजिक है, भक्ति सुनना है, माँ बाप डैडी की मेहनत के साथ मदद करनी है, क्लास में सेवा करनी है, ये मेरी खुराक है. ये आप सोच लो मुझे ये करना है, करके देखोगे आपको चेंज आने लगेगी. जब आप अच्छी सोचते हो तो चेंज आने लगती है जीवन में. तो आप कुछ भी सोच लो. अब मुझे नहीं मालूम आपको अच्छा क्या लगता है, आप क्या आसानी से कर सकते, ये आपको खुद सोचना है. ठीक है, सोचोगे, पवनी सोचोगे. ओके देविक, आपका
Yes,
क्वेश्चन.
ma'am.
देविक.
Ma'am, my question is that to how to improve ourselves when the mind is in distracted mode.
तो जब आपका डिस्ट्रैक्टेड होता है, तो क्या आपका जब माइंड पर कह रहे हो कि डिस्ट्रैक्टेड होता है, तो आपको माइंड ये भी तो बताता है कि किस चीज पर डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो.
Yes, ma'am.
तो फिर जब आपको माइंड ये बता सकता है कि मैं इस वक्त किस चीज पर डिस्ट्रैक्टेड हूं, तो आपका ये भी माइंड बताएगा कि मैं इससे हटूं कैसे. क्योंकि
Yes,
जब
ma'am.
आपको पता चल गया कि मैं गलत सोच रहा हूं या मैं गलत बोल रहा हूं, तो आपके माइंड ने, दैट मीन्स आप समझदार हो, आपको समझ है कि आप डिस्ट्रैक्टेड हो. कई लोग ये बोलते हैं मुझे पता ही नहीं चलता मैडम, मुझे पता कैसे चले मैं डिस्ट्रैक्टेड हूं. लेकिन योर क्वेश्चन इज मैं डिस्ट्रैक्टेड हूं. दैट मीन्स यू नो कि मेरा कंसंट्रेशन मेरी किताब में नहीं लग रहा. उठ जाओ, थोड़ा पैदल चल लो, थोड़ा इधर उधर कुछ कर लो, और अपने आप को रिलैक्स करके वापस आ जाओ. तो या डिस्ट्रैक्शन जो भी है, म्यूजिक है, या उसको बंद कर दो, या कोई शोर है उससे दूर हो जाओ. ये आपकी चॉइस है कि आपको पता होना चाहिए मेरी डिस्ट्रैक्शन क्या है. एंड देन यू ट्राई एंड मास्टर एंड कंट्रोल इट रादर बी अ स्लेव टू इट. डिस्ट्रैक्शन आपका माइंड ही लाया, और आपका माइंड ही डिस्ट्रैक्शन को दूर करेगा. दैट मीन्स आपको अपनी सोच
Yes,
को
ma'am.
वॉच करना है, ऑब्जर्व करना है कि मुझे क्या चीज परेशान कर रही. ओके बच्चों, सो इट कमिंग बैक टू अलर्टनेस. हाउ अलर्ट आर यू अबाउट योरसेल्व्स. एंड मैंने आपको एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि आप कैसे रिकग्नाइज करोगे आप देश को प्यार करते हो. मैं आपको बता एक सीक्रेट, जैसे मैंने आपको नमस्ते का बोला, ऐसे ही जाने वक्त तुमको ये भी बोल जाऊंगी. एंड देन वील हैव द साइना टू गिव यू 2-3 टेकअवेज, फास्ट टेकअवेज एज अ समिंग अप. मैं ये कहूंगी कि अगर आप अपने देश को प्यार करते हो तो आप लायक बनो. हर एक बच्चा लायक बने, हर बच्चा गिविंग बने, जब हर बच्चा लायक बनेगा, हर बच्चा जब अकेला नहीं जीवन बताएगा, आपका दोस्त होंगे, आपके परिवार होंगे, आपका गांव होगा, आपका स्कूल होगा, आपकी कंपनी होगी, आपका ऑफिस होगा, आप इंचार्ज हो जाएंगे, मान लो आप गवर्नमेंट सर्विस में और इंचार्ज हो जाओगे, जैसे होगे वैसा ही आपका माहौल बनेगा, और अच्छा माहौल बनेगा तो देश अच्छा बनेगा। जब अच्छा अच्छा माहौल कितनी बार ही बनेगा। ये है देश प्रेम। इट्स देश प्रेम टू बी अ बिल्डिंग, यू बिल्ड योर सेल्फ। सो लविंग नेशन इज build myself. What have I said? When you love the country means you building yourself. How do you build yourself? By studying better, by using your time better, by reading better, by thinking better, by behaving better all the time, day by day, day by day. जैसे पवनी को मैंने बोला, आप कुछ आध्यात्मिक पढ़ो, कुछ अच्छा, इसलिए बुक रीडिंग करते हैं ताकि आप बुक से कुछ अच्छा सीखो। इसीलिए हम लोग ये करते हैं कि आप उनको सुनो जिन्होंने, हाँ, अनसंग हीरोज। क्यों? उनसे इंस्पिरेशन लो, इन लाइफ से इंस्पिरेशन लो। सो जब आप इंस्पिरेशन लेते हो, जैसे आप मेरे से इंस्पिरेशन ले रहे हो, आपकी थिंकिंग बदलती है, आपकी थिंकिंग ग्रो कर रही है, आपको नया विचार आ रहा है, तो आपकी ग्रोथ शुरू हो रही है, आपकी वही नेगेटिव को आप पॉजिटिव रिप्लेसमेंट करें। Okay, Saina. So, Bete, this is what I think we can wrap up with. Saina, 3 minutes for you, and then we say bye.
Yes, yes. Children, today I've written all over the place. I'm going to read and tell you. I've just gone on writing so much. Devik, when you said, serve my country, you used the word gratitude. है ना? Gratitude, शुक्र। तो मैं मानती हूँ जब सुबह उठती हो तो भूमि माँ को नमो करो, that you're born here in our motherland. Do namo to your motherland. Seek for that strength. And when you have gratitude towards anything, a relationship, a person, your country, you look after that. You take care of that. So, आप बच्चे हर रिश्ते का, हर चीज का, हर इमोशन का, अपनी स्पेस का ध्यान रखना शुरू करो। आज से ये वर्ड समझो, सोचो, ध्यान रखना क्या होता है। अब ये गूगल नहीं सिखा सकता, ये अब आपको सोचना है कि मैं अपनी स्पेस का ध्यान कैसे रखूं, मैं अपने देश का ध्यान कैसे रखूं, मैं खुद का ध्यान कैसे रखूं, मैं अपने रिश्तों का ध्यान कैसे रखूं, मैं अपने भविष्य का ध्यान कैसे रखूं। ये अब आपको सोचना है। रोज बड़े हो रहे हो, रोज सोचोगे। बेटा अग्नि, every decision has a consequence. उसको सोचना, वो consequence को follow through करने की अगर ताकत है and you can own up to that decision, तब लेना, नहीं तो let it be, then don't react. और हर चीज का एक तरीका होता है। अगर अपने फैसले रिस्पेक्टफुली लोगे, उनका उद्देश्य, उनका मोटिव सही होगा बेटा, you can't go wrong with it. You can't go wrong with any decision जिसकी इंटेंशन सही है, क्योंकि जब इंटेंशन सही होगी किसी फैसले की, उसका तरीका भी सही होगा। इसके बारे में भी सोचना। वैष्णवी, you've been able to get a little bit of what I'm saying because I spoke in Hindi.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Now we came to social work. Children, I give this. Thank God you have to give. Children, every time you share anything with anybody, there do the real namaste. There thank them. They have allowed you to share. They have allowed you to serve. They've allowed you to give a part of yourself which is clean, clear, pure. They've uplifted you. When you develop that clean and clear space in your being, then that's where spirituality will begin.
Can we have Avni say something, Saina? She wants to say
Avni.
something. And
Yes, Beta.
and then we can close with that because we're crossing 7. So
Yes.
thank you very much your points. The very good wrap up of these wonderful 3 points. Avni, and then I think Devik wants to say something and we finish. Yes, Avni, your turn.
When I realized that the topic for today was unsung heroes, that means the struggle that they faced to get independence for India, I decided to write a small poem about the independence of India, and I'd like to share that.
How long is it?
Ma'am, it's like really short.
Go ahead. Quickly because we're crossing time and
Yeah.
it's we have to close the call.
Okay, ma'am.
Go ahead, Avni, quickly.
They took away the gold from the golden bar. Let her shiver, plundering with war and pain. Her soul sold away in their games. The sea calls out to the barren land and those brave people once crowded. It seeks that joy again, with festivities and marching bands. The queen who rebelled, the peacemaker who said all will go well. As long as this mighty nation stays united, the golden bird's flame will stay ignited. And so returned the light, the flame that fueled the joy all around. And now she sits, the golden bird, watching the world bow to her crown.
Good. You have great talent. Keep writing. All right, as the thought comes. Yes,
Thank you.
Devik, what's your last one? You are now concluding the session.
Ma'am, I write some lines on you.
Sorry.
हाँ जी क्या बोले?
Ma'am, I write a poem on you.
Oh, a poem on me?
Yes.
Okay, allowed.
मेरी भारत की आन बान शान है बेटिया, मेरी भारत की आन बान शान है बेटिया, क्योंकि भारत में जम लेती है किरण बेदी जैसी बेटिया। वे है वीरता, नम्रता और सभ्यता का स्वरूप। वे है वीरता, नम्रता और सभ्यता का स्वरूप। बने हैं हम बच्चों के लिए प्रेरणा का रूप। है दुनिया में आपकी पहचान अनोखी, ऐसे महान भारत की महान बेटी किरण बेदी, किरण बेदी। थैंक यू मैम।
आपके प्यार और आदर और सत्कार का बहुत धन्यवाद देविक, बहुत धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू मैम।
थैंक यू सो मच। आप भी बहुत अच्छा छोटा छोटा लिख सकते हो, लिखते रहना जो भी आपको अच्छा लगता है। कभी अच्छी घटना होती है तो लिखते रहना, ठीक है बच्चों। नाउ आई थिंक यू वर ब्रीफ, शकीरा मैडम ने आपको बताया था कि आप सब व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में हो जाओगे और आप 98th ग्रुप हो। अब 99 के बाद 100th मनाएंगे, तब तक आप भी उसमें शामिल हो जाएंगे और हम लोग मिलके मनाएंगे। आपको डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिव लर्निंग टीम बताएगी हमने कैसे मनाना है। तब तक बहुत सारा प्यार सबको। धन्यवाद साइना, थैंक यू एंड योर डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिव लर्निंग टीम फॉर पुट इनको सबको इकट्ठा किया और ऑर्गेनाइज किया। अवनी, वैष्णवी, पवनी, कनक और डेरिक, थैंक यू सो मच। बहुत सारा प्यार, थैंक यू। फिर मिलेंगे जब हम सारा 100 ईयर्स फिर सेलिब्रेट करेंगे और दिवाली भी मनाएंगे। सो हम लोग सारे बुक रीडिंग ग्रुप बन चुके हैं। ओके, परिवार बन गया आपका। थैंक यू, बाय बाय।
खुश रहो, ग्रो वेल, ग्रो वेल। वी प्रे यू ग्रो वेल।
थैंक यू।
लॉट्स ऑफ लव। हमारी ऑडियंसेस का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। जो परिवार हमारे साथ जुड़े, आप बच्चों के परिवारों का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, टीचर्स का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। हम आपको मिलेंगे अगले शुक्रवार को। जय धारी माँ और आप सबके आराध्य को नमो। आप सबके आराध्य को नमो।
सबको फिर से नमस्ते। थैंक यू। नमस्ते, हाथ जोड़ो और नमस्ते बोलो एक दूसरे को। नमस्ते सबको।
नमस्ते मैम।
नमस्ते।
सबको नमस्ते। थैंक यू।
नमस्ते मैम।
खुश रहो बच्चों, खुश रहो।